Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vancouver Financial Network. Today I'm going to talk about Alibaba stock. As you know, lots of people asking me question about what is my idea about this stock. And I'm gonna let you know this stock has like a very massive sell-off since November 2020, which is 13 months, consecutive 13 months coming down sharply from 260 to 120 today, as of today. And lots of people are just raising concerns if the company is losing money or not. I'm telling you, sentiment about this around this company is very negative. Starting last year, Jack Ma, which is president of Alibaba, who there were rumors that he was arrested from China government just because he criticized political things about the China, which makes sense. Like if someone in China talking about China badly, so government doesn't like it, and government is going to restrict him or her. Doesn't matter. And we know that Jack Ma was in tough situation there. However, it ended up that he's safe, he's alive, and he's doing his job. But anyway, after that, the lots of restrictions coming to the Chinese ADR from Chinese government, and they put all the restrictions. And all the restrictions, to be honest, was pretty fair to these companies. Like in US, those restrictions established like while ago against brand monopoly and those stuff. In China, just because it's developing, there were no restrictions. And right now, China or Chinese government tried to put like some restrictions, the same thing as US or Europe established like while ago, as I said. China is trying to kind of like following to put some restrictions against brand monopoly, against some big tech companies in China. So Alibaba, Tencent, like JD.com, and the other like a DD or the other ones are not exception. So Chinese government tried to, or China tried to put restrictions against them. So that was one of the main negative sentiment. As I said, sentiment just because it is short-term life and it's going to just go away and fade it out when everything is getting sorted. The other one was delisting from US market. So everyone's talking about delisting, and that put pressure on Alibaba just because everyone's thinking of, oh my God, this company is going to delist it, so let's pull your money out of the company just because it's going to delist it and you have no access to your money. Then lots of people just working with a broker that those brokers don't allow them to buy Alibaba from Hong Kong stock market, like not ADR, which is this symbol, by the way, trading Nasdaq. There is another Alibaba, which is a 9988, which you can search it, 9988, which is going to be Alibaba Hong Kong, right? So if because I searched it before, just give you an idea. So here is 9988, Alibaba Group Holding Limited. This is Yahoo Finance, by the way. And this one is going to Hong Kong market, right? Stock market. So again, you can buy this from Hong Kong market, and it's not going to delist it from Hong Kong market, by the way. It's going to be there forever, but it has like its own regulation, and you see the currency is Hong Kong dollar. Anyway, going back to the Alibaba ADR, which is in US, Nasdaq. This company, there are lots of negative sentiments around this company, but sentiments are going to be short-lived, and it's going to fade it out, as I said, when things are going to get sorted and things are going to get better down the road. We are going to analyze Alibaba right now fundamentally, see if the company is doing okay or there are some financial red flag around the company. So if you're going to the Yahoo Finance, which is pretty simple for everyone, and I'm just teaching my students as well. So here is the revenue for Alibaba. Revenue is going higher, right? So there is nothing wrong with the revenue, as you see, like in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, revenue is going higher and higher. Even this one is trailing 12 months, which is as of today, last 12 months as of today. So this one is going higher as well. So revenue is going higher, as you see, revenue is going higher, right? And here is the gross profit. Gross profit is going higher as well. So if you just compare last 5 years, gross profit is going higher as well, right? So there is nothing wrong with Alibaba. The only issue is operating income, which is this one is going up, down, up, a little bit down, a little bit down, but this is not a big deal. Like it's not getting half or something like that, and there is a reason behind that. Okay, so we are not gonna just say this is bad or good or something like that. Okay, and there's nothing else that I can just say here. And as you see here, net income last 5 years going higher. Again, this is 2021, and you see net income is going higher as well, right? So there is nothing wrong with the company fundamentally, and there is nothing wrong with the income and revenue, right? So if you're going to balance sheet here, a balance sheet, and as you see, a cash and cash equivalent short-term investment, this one is spiking up, like 2021. It's kind of like a 50% increase, or I would say 40% increase. I didn't calculate it, but this is 210, 23, or 363, and 483. So this one is going higher, which is pretty good for the company, right? So I know that debt is going up as well, but it's not very a red flag. So this is current debt. And you can see the total debt as well here, but the current debt is going higher. Long-term debt is going higher as well. But again, this is not a red flag, as I said, all right? And another thing is interesting for me is invested capital, which they did investment. This is very important. This is very important. And as you see here, total debt is going higher, but the investment or investment capital, you see this one is going higher massively. It means like company is using cash flow from operation to invest. That's what Amazon did. That's what Apple did like a while ago. And company is growing massively in Asia and east of the world. So that is very important. And we are coming here to cash flow, which is a statement of cash flow, and cash flow is going higher as well. So as you see, company is doing well. There is nothing wrong with company performance, okay? So financially, companies are strong. Cash flow is growing. Debt is growing, but it's not that big deal. And investment and short-term investment is growing as well, which is pretty healthy sign for the company, okay? So here is a very brief look at Alibaba fundamental analysis. And now we're going back to technical analysis, which I'm going to show you exactly what is going on from monthly candle to daily candle, okay, to daily chart. And here's the monthly chart. As you see, Alibaba had like a very sharp sell-off from November 2020 all the way to here till last month, which is this month, December, and we are going to finish the December by tomorrow. But as you see, stochastic is kind of like a reversing back to very nice signal for the monthly. But again, this one needs to confirm with another monthly. So we cannot rely on this indicator just because it can just stay here for a long time, and this one can go lower and lower. But when you see this price action here, this price action and stochastic signals for buy in monthly chart, this is pretty bullish because it can take like I don't know, 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, even 5 months, but then it engulfs a very, very major monthly candle, which is like this. I'm going to talk about this. Then it's going to go higher and higher for at least 2-3 years. Okay, so that's what I believe for Alibaba it's going to happen. All right, and another thing that I want to point it out, I'm going to teach my student as well in the course, but I'm going to just give you a tip. Here is Fibonacci from all-time low, okay, to all-time high, and look what happened here. This is 78%, which is very, very important level for Fibonacci, as I'm teaching and as I'm concerning. It is the most important one among the other ones. And look what happened to the price. Price just smashed down and then rejected back up. So again, this is pretty good price action, to be honest, based on the Fibonacci level that I see. And also, I'm going to show you something else pretty neat. I thought that market actually, Alibaba bottom here, just because this is like a 69, as it is one of my Fibonacci level as well. So, but again, reverse back in November. So in October, we had very, very bullish months for Alibaba, and I thought that, okay, then we have followed through. Probably trend line is gonna just break up, but it didn't. It just goes down another candle. But here I want to show you something else, which kind of like a confirming this 78%. 78%. And here is the top of this spike up, then going down, then going up. And if you just continue here, you will see just come up with 78% Fibonacci level, which is going to be on the top. So probably price is going down all the way down to here and find a good support here. But again, this is very, very important pivotal point, which we need to go above 69 and close a monthly to get the confirmation. Otherwise, it's just going to be a dead cat bounce. Okay, so this is based on the monthly chart, but I think we are pretty close to the bottom. Again, it is hard to guess, or it is hard to predict the bottom, but as I said, fundamentally company is doing great. So whatever happened here, it's just based on the sentiment, and it is just a very, very sharp correction, continuous correction. And I know that lots of people have this stock and they are in blood, but believe me or not, this is a good stock for retirement. This is not a good stock for short-term live or I don't know, trading or something like that. Yeah, if you just trade this one like the other stocks, there's nothing wrong with that. You need to be just on the right trend, which is now it is downside. But I'm saying selling now, it is very, very risky, very, very I would say very, very stupid thing to sell your stock here if you have it, just because it may go down again, I don't know, to 90, 80, but downside target is very, very limited compared to the upside, because I believe after 13 months correction, and we are at the 14th, to be honest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now we are at 15th. So 14th is kind of like a very, very important number for me as I teach my students as well. So this is 14th candle and we are at the 15th, and 15th we are seeing a reversal based on this oversold in MACD, very, very oversold in RSI. We haven't seen oversold in RSI like this in Alibaba. And here is a stochastic is giving us buy signal after like 2018, which is bottom here. Okay, so again, this is a pretty brief for the monthly, and if you're going to the weekly chart is very, very important, just because you see the kind of similarity between what happened past. Like this is 2015, Alibaba goes down. It was not sharp like this. It was going down for several weeks. I don't know, more than like a 20 weeks or something, and then price start a very, very big rally. Here is the again sell-off, big rally, and here is like a sharp sell-off consecutive, like months after months, and all the traders are getting or investors are getting bloody, right? So look at these candles, they are very, very sharp, and when it just engulfed this candle with this, it goes up, but it didn't hold it. Like it didn't hold above this pivot, and again going back down. So I'm saying I want to show you something else pretty neat, but I'm saying probably we are at the bottom. Why? Because let me just save this here. I'm going to show you something pretty neat. Going to Yahoo Finance again. I'm teaching my student. This is just a tip for you guys as well. So here is Alibaba, Hong Kong, right? So this is for yesterday, and you know Alibaba today in US market just gained 9%. I don't know what was the catalyst, but 9% going higher, and all the Chinese ADR going higher, like a 10-cent TME, 16% gain. Okay, so 9%. If you're going to historical data, which is volume, so look at this. So this is like the volume for Alibaba. Basically, it's just trading around like a 19 to 20, 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 44 million. So 44 million just traded today. Okay, so this is December 30th, and 44 million. Open 112.63 high, and this is 112, and then close at 112.99, which is a 9% gain. Fantastic price action compared to yesterday, because yesterday was closed like a 112. Now we are going $10 more today with good volume. On the bottom, you see here is the bottom. Okay, and if you go to the daily chart, I'm going back to the weekly as well again, but if you're going to the daily chart, so we have very, very nice price action today, and we are closing after a while. We are closing above SMA 20, which is bullish, right? Which is bullish. But again, this can be short-lived, and dead cat bounce could be, I don't know. But I'm just putting odds in my favor to the bullish side, and see odds are working as well. So again, going back to the weekly chart, as you see here, we have like a prices going down weeks after weeks. We need to close a weekly candle above this 140. If we close above this 140, which we are kind of like a target into this 20 SMA on the weekly chart as well. So if we close above 140 and hold it on weekly chart and hold it for a couple of weeks, probably we are going to consolidate for another move higher. And this is like 161 to 172 is kind of very, very, very important area for Alibaba. Why? Because this is a pivotal point. Initiate a sell-off, 3-week sell-off. This needs to be engulfed and also close above it. This is first one. And the second reason is going to be when we close above this and hold above this, we are kind of breaking through this bearish channel, which is a bullish sign technically. Very, very bullish sign. And after that, if we are just seeing another like a higher low, then we are going to have like wave 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. The upside bias is very, very decent, and the downside is going to be here somewhere around here. All right, so this is based on the weekly chart for Alibaba. So again, we are going to see, if you're going to see Alibaba close above 140, then I think stop loss is going to be here, probably the bottom formed here, and we're going to here. I'm not putting a stop loss for Alibaba just because it is in my investment portfolio. It is not in my trading portfolio. I'm not gonna trade this one just because it is in downtrend, but aggressively about here, somewhere here. But now I hold it. I don't add it to my portfolio. I hold it there, and I'm just believing this one is going higher, probably in next 3 years, 5 years. I'm pretty young. I don't need that money cash out, just because it is in my investment portfolio, and I have no problem to keep having this one in my portfolio. This is very, very interesting stock. This is going to be, well, right now, if you don't call it, but I think you should call it. It is well deserved to call it like a Chinese Amazon. And it is not for China again. It's gonna kind of like dominate the east part of the world. like Japan, Korea, Singapore, Cambodia, Malaysia, all those countries are using Alibaba or Alibaba sub companies, because Alibaba is not just Alibaba. Alibaba has lots of companies, okay, down within its business. And yeah, so that was my analysis for Alibaba. After a while, I just gave you before holiday, but I believe we are going to see a better price action in Chinese ADRs and also emerging market stocks in 2022. And I think emerging markets stocks are going to dominate or outperform US stock in 2022, just because growth is kind of like a shifting from US and Europe to the East again. And I believe 2022 is going to be turning point for Chinese stocks. Okay, so have a wonderful Christmas time, Christmas holidays, and New Year's. Happy New Year in advance. If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel, and please give us thumbs up. This is going to be a list support. If you like this video, it can just give us a kind of support to provide more of this analysis. And also, if you are into getting more day-to-day trade signals or I don't know, analysis or something like that you're interested, go to Vancouver Financial Network in Telegram platform and subscribe to our channel, and that's going to be free for all of you. You can just take a benefit of get my analysis there. Okay, have a good one, guys. See you on the chart. Bye bye.